Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Today we are going to discuss change of status from a B1, B2 visa to that of an E2 investor. So can this be done? Who can do it? And when it needs to be done. Those are some points that we're going to touch on today. Again, my name is Dan Nast. I'm an immigration attorney with Orlando Visa Lawyer, which is an immigration law firm that provides services across the entire United States. And today we are going to discuss, like I said, changing one status from a B1, B2 visa to that of an E2 investor. So I just want to start off a bit by having a brief overview of what an E2 visa is. An E2 visa is an investor's visa where someone can come to the United States to invest in their own U.S. business. Their spouses and their children can accompany them as dependents, and the spouse can work, and the children can also go to school. And a change of status is a process where someone comes into the United States under one non-immigrant status and changes that status while they're here to another non-immigrant status. And one way in which this can be done, or one possible route for this to happen, is when someone comes into the United States under a valid B1, B2 visa, that's for temporary business visitors / tourists, and changes that status to that of an E2 investor. So, can that be done? Yes. Who can do it? Well, those who currently are in a valid B1, B2 status can change their status to that of an E2 investor. What I mean by that is, as long as your status is still valid, you haven't overstayed, you can apply to change your status from a B1, B2 to an E2 investor, as long as that application has been received by USCIS, which is the agency this information that the application is filed with. As long as they've received it before your B1, B2 status expires, then you can file for the change of status to E2 investor. When must this be done? Well, I kind of just covered that. It must be done, must be received by USCIS. The application must be received before your B1, before the applicant's B1, B2 status expires. So, a little bit about a B1, B2. A B1, B2 is for temporary business visitors and tourists. This is a limited visa. There are limited things you can do under this visa. So if someone that's here under a B1, B2 visa can't work, right? They can't get a job here and work. They can't, run their own company here, that kind of thing. Some things that a B1, B2 visa holder can do while they're here in preparation for an E2 visa would be like opening a bank account, obtaining an EIN number, which is a tax number for the business, creating LLC online. That's just creating LLC online. That's not actually running a business. So this whole change of status process as well, it's different from getting your visa through the consulate in your home country. When you go through the process of getting the visa in your home country, you're actually getting the passport stamp and everything. And for purposes of an E2 visa, the E2 visa itself may be good for up to 5 years, and they'll let you stay for up to 2 years each time you enter within that 5 years. We've done other videos on this, and you can check out our other videos for more information on that. But since we're discussing change of status today, I want to dive a little bit deeper again into change of status and explain how that's different from having your visa updated, or getting the actual visa from the consulate. A change of status is simply changing your status for your stay here. When someone enters on a B1, B2 visa, they may be given up to 6 months to stay in the United States in B2 status. So this change of status is basically saying, I entered into B1, B2 status. Now I've changed my status from a B1, B2 visitor to an E2 investor on my stay that I'm currently here in the United States. So that status as an E2 investor will be good either until it expires or until that person leaves. So they'll give that status for up to 2 years. If the person still decides to leave and return to their home country during that time, the E-2 status is no longer valid. So the person either needs to reapply to change their status again, go through the process again, or get the visa at the consulate in their home country. Now, why would someone want to go through a change of status? Why do people choose to go this route instead of getting the visa at their consulate? Well, it's a little faster. You can apply for premium processing with a change of status request from USCIS. You don't have premium processing at the consulate. So if the person is looking to get their business up and running, getting the setup going, all that stuff, and they want to get the business running, start making money quicker, it may be faster to go through a change of status with USCIS from within the United States and then plan on getting the visa further on down the road when the person plans to leave, return to their home country, get the appointments all set up ahead of time, and get that situated back home so they know they'll have their visa when they come back to the United States. That's really the main reason for going for a change of status in the U.S., to get that status approved quicker and be able to get moving on their business and have authorization to actually run that E-2 business from that point. So again, always consult with an immigration attorney if you're thinking of applying for an E-2 visa or any other visa. We help with E-2 visas. We do these all the time. Call us, email us, contact us through WhatsApp. The information is all on the screen. You can schedule a consultation with us and we can get you started on your E-2 visa process.